get some more people. We'll go live on the main page after today, unless we do some special events or whatever for the group. So let's get started. I'm running a little behind. So come to a comfortable seat. You can sit back on your heels in Thunderbolt pose, or if you'd rather, you can sit cross-legged in Sukhasana and just find what works for you this morning. I'm going to go ahead and start sitting back on my heels. Let's take a few rounds of cleansing breath together. Inhale, roll your shoulders up to your ears, squeeze them together. Exhale, release down the back. Again, inhale, shoulders lift. Squeeze them together. Exhale, release. And one more time. Inhale, shoulders to ears, squeeze them together. Exhale, release. Draw your eyes to close. Or down onto your mat if that's more comfortable. Just begin to take a few rounds of breath, evening your inhales and exhales, coming into the space. And this week in my newsletter, which I sent out last night, I was talking all about yoga philosophy and the principle of Asteya, which means non-stealing. And when we think about that, it seems very obvious, but what we don't think about with the idea of stealing is robbing ourselves of things. And I don't mean material things, but robbing ourselves of the present moment, robbing ourselves of experiencing things as they are, enjoying things as they are. Sometimes we're so often concerned about the future and what's next, we forget to appreciate the present moment. And the best way to practice this appreciation is through a gratitude practice. And when we stop our limiting mindset, our scarcity mindset, and realize that the world and the universe is abundant, and that we have everything that we need around us, within us, we can begin to let go a little bit, release that scarcity mindset and take in a mindset of gratitude and allow for us to receive abundance. So we're actually blocking our ability to receive when we hold on to things, right? We need to make space. So I invite you to draw your palms up, facing the sky or ceiling, pinkies touching, and this gesture of receiving, to set an intention for your practice today. Allowing yourself to just receive and let go of anything that no longer serves you. And maybe taking in some gratitude into your heart, all the abundance of food, water, oxygen, everything around us that nourishes us. And gently close your palms, draw hands to heart center, bow chin to chest. We'll start our practice today with the single sound of Om. Inhale deeply through the nose. Release your hands down, gently blink your eyes open. And just take a few rounds of cat-cow seated here. So stretch your chest forward, broaden through your collarbones. As you exhale, round your spine, chin to chest, navel pulls towards spine. Inhale forward to cow. Exhale, round to cat. And again, inhale, press your heart forward, lift your gaze slightly. Exhale, round. Coming back to neutral spine, go ahead and turn over to tabletop. We'll take some rounds of cat-cow from our tabletop. So as you inhale, lower your belly, lift your gaze, lift your heart. Exhale, round through your spine, navel to spine. Really press your palms into the ground, separating your shoulder blades. Inhale to cow. Exhale, round your spine, cat back. Inhale again, cow pose. Really lift your heart this time. Exhale, round. And come back to a neutral spine. Walk your hands out about a palm print in front. Tuck your toes. Send your hips really high. Downward facing dog. And I love for the first down dog of the day, especially this early as we're just waking up our bodies, take a really deep bend in your knees. Get high on the balls of your feet. Press your index fingers and thumbs into the mat. Index fingers facing about 12 o'clock. Get so long through your spine. Sits bones really go up towards the sky. Just think about how long you can be from the tips of your fingers all the way to your tailbone. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Spin your upper arm bones in towards one another. Now pressing your left heel towards the mat. Bend your right knee deeply. Really stretch to the back of your left leg and calf. And switch it out. Bend your left knee. Press your right heel into the mat. And if Ujjayi breath is in your practice, I invite you to fire it up here. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just breathe in and out through your nose steadily as we move through our flow today. And our Ujjayi breath is our breath of fire. Our victorious breath, Kapalabhati, is breath of fire. And it makes this Darth Vader sound, so you're constricting the back of your throat slightly on your inhales and exhales, making this noise of like that. Bend deeply through both knees. Really stretch through your spine. Gaze forward. Exhale, take a little walk to the top of your mat and arrive in forward fold. Just let your head be heavy. You can keep a little bend in your knees. Think about hinging from your hip creases. Sending your sits bones to the sky. And then if you like, you can grab for opposite elbows and take a little sway side to side. Our first forward fold of the day. Things might be a little sticky and tight. Release your fingertips down under your shoulders. Come up halfway, palms to shins. Really lengthen through your spine from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Exhale, fold it in. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen. Exhale, take one more fold, making this a little bit deeper. Really send your sits bones high. Grounding down through your feet. Begin to lift, coming all the way up. Flat back. High mountain pose. Exhale, let your hands come to heart center. Ground down through your feet. Feel your feet into the ground. So really balanced and steady. Fingertips by your sides. Get strong through your quads. Begin to engage your core. Engage your pelvic floor. So do a little squeeze of those Kegel muscles. Or as if you are holding urine in your bladder. Pause and breathe for just a moment. And then release your pelvic floor. Inhale, arms lift overhead. You can see my ceiling's a little short, so get really long as you can. And then we're going to crescent over to your right. So lengthening through the left side of your body. Bracelet your left wrist. Take a little crescent over. Get long. Use your right hand to give a little traction. Pull onto your left wrist. Inhale, back up. Exhale, over to the other side. Again, getting really long. Ground down through your right heel. Inhale, center. Exhale, crescent again. Over to your right. And then begin to spin your left shoulder blade onto your back. Draw your tailbone down. Lift your gaze. Inhale to center. Switch out your grip. Exhale, crescent over to your left. Once again, lift your gaze. Ground down through your right foot. And inhale, center. Let your arms come down. Do a few shoulder rolls back and front. Let's take a little twist to begin to warm up our spine. So Step your feet a little bit wider. We're going to twist to the right, bend your left knee, let your left heel come up, and then twist to the left, taking it the opposite way. And we're just going to go back and forth for a moment. And let your arms just be heavy. They might even slap your body. Feels really nice. Just beginning to loosen up your whole spine. Let it feel really good. Maybe even doing a few shakes. Just to shake everything out. Get your whole body moving. Maybe do a few jumps. Really trying to wake everything up. I did this video by Kia Miller, and she has us jumping for like minutes, and it feels so good in the morning. So maybe we'll do that next week. Just jump around for a minute. All right, shake it all out. Let's start our flow. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, make your way back to a high plank. Pause for 2 breaths. Press through your heels, get really strong in your core. Maybe even lift your gaze slightly. Keep pressing your heels strong through your belly. Draw your gaze back down. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Come onto your belly. Inhale, press up to low cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, press up again, maybe a little bit higher this time. Draw your tailbone down, lift your heart. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower down. Plant your palms, tuck your toes. Send your hips high. Downward facing dog. Pedal out for just a moment. Inhale, gaze forward, bend through both knees. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift as you arrive. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ground down, rise all the way up, high mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release the fingertips. Inhale, arms lift, baby back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, make your way back to high plank. This time, option for chaturanga, or you can always take knees, chest, chin. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down halfway. Elbows go straight back. Inhale, press up, cobra pose. Exhale, hips go high, downward facing dog. Sigh it out as you arrive in your dog. Inhale, bend through both knees, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, all the way up, high mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause, breathe. Release the fingertips. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms, make your way back, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down onto your belly this time, untuck toes. Drawing fingertips wide, elbows go straight up towards the ceiling and come up high onto your fingertips so palms don't touch. Inhale, begin to press your heart, keeping your tailbone, belly onto the mat. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your heart, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower. One more like that. Inhale, lift, really lengthen. Chest goes a little higher, heart lifts. Exhale, lower, plant your palms, make your way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend through your right knee, roll your hip open, stacking your right hip on top of your left. Inhale, back through center, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your knee towards your nose and then bring it all the way through, runner's lunge. Inhale, lift your gaze, lengthen, lowering your left hip. Exhale, lower your left knee to the mat, untuck back toes. Inhale, press up, palms to thigh, coming to low crescent, Anjaneyasana. Release the hands, arms lift overhead. Maybe your heart begins to lift, sinking in a little deeper, being mindful of your knee. Exhale, release hands by your front foot, tuck back toes, step back to high plank. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot lifts high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your left knee, roll your hip open. Pause for a breath, opening through the whole left side of your body, maybe even looking underneath your left armpit. Inhale, come back to center, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee comes towards the nose, stepping it all the way through, runner's lunge. Inhale, press your right hip down. Look forward. Exhale, lower right knee to the mat, untuck back toes. Come on up, palms to thigh, Anjaneyasana. Pause here, press your right hip forward, draw your left hip back. Be stretching through your right hip flexor. Inhale, arms lift overhead. Lift your heart slightly. Exhale, lower your hands down to frame your front foot. Make your way back to high plank, this time taking your vinyasa as an option. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. Cobra, or maybe you're ready for up dog this time. Lift your heart. Exhale, send hips high, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Keep pressing your index fingers into the mat. Inhale, right leg lifts high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend through your right knee, roll your hip open. Inhale, comes back through center. Exhale, step it all the way through, runner's lunge. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lower your left knee to the mat, untuck back toes. Come on up. Press your left hip forward, draw your right hip back. Inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, fingertips lower. Begin to straighten through your front leg. Flexing your toes, taking this little half split for a couple breaths. You can even point and flex just to wake up both sides of your leg, your calf and your ankle. One more breath. Crawl yourself forward, plant your palms, make your way back to high plank. Send hips high, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend through your left knee, roll your hip open. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, step it all the way through, runner's lunge. Lift your gaze. Exhale, lower your back knee down and come on up. Inhale, arms go high, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, lower fingertips down, straighten through your front leg. Taking that half split that we just took on the other side, bend and flex your toes. That should feel nice, hopefully. Crawl yourself forward, plant your palms, make your way back to high plank, and your option to vinyasa. You can always skip vinyasas, just going straight to down dog. And of course, taking child's pose whenever you need it. Taking a break, grabbing your water as you need it. We're going to flow through that series one more time, one movement, one breath. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, bend through your right leg, roll your hip open. Inhale, comes back through center. Exhale, step it through, runner's lunge. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, lower your back knee down. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, fingertips plant, straighten through your right leg, half split. Inhale, come back to low lunge, plant palms, make your way back to high plank. Hips go high, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, roll your hip open. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, back knee drops. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, fingertips lower, straighten your front leg, half split. Inhale, come on up, plant your palms, step back to high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Let's take a couple cleansing breaths. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. And again. Exhale, sigh it out your mouth. And let's come on down to our knees. We're going to do my favorite toe stretch this morning just because I'm feeling it. So allow your toes to come onto the ground. You can use your fingers to get them there. I like to have my big toes touch for this, but you can have them a little bit farther apart. It actually makes it harder. So big toes touching makes it a little easier. And then you can hold it here. You can begin to crawl yourself up and maybe even sit all the way back. And you get a really good stretch through the whole foot. And you can always come in and out as you need because it can be a lot. I like to thank Kelly and Mad Happy for showing me the stretch. It's like my favorite thing to do. I think I've done it every week now for a month. So thank you, Kelly. And let's take a few wrist circles while we're holding here. Inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, circle your wrists in one direction all the way down. And inhale, arms lift. Exhale, circle in the other direction. Give your hands a little shake. And let's come on out. And you can flutter your toes just to release that. We're going to go a little bit over today just because we started late. So I hope that's okay with everyone. Let's go ahead and keep flowing. So step back to high plank. Send hips high. Down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, step it all the way through. Runner's lunge. Plant your left palm. Inhale, right arm goes high, taking a little twist. Gaze lifts. Exhale, lower your right hand to the mat. Inhale, begin to rise, coming to high crescent. So getting really strong. And start with your palms on your thighs. Once in this power lunge. So pressing your back heel down. And then as you rise up, it makes it a little bit easier. So you're drawing your right hip back. Left hip presses forward. Lift your arms as you're ready. Lift your gaze if that's comfortable. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Begin to pull your right hip back, taking a twist to your right. So you're pretty upright here. You can come up out of the lunge if that's a little much on your knee or legs. You can always lower into the lunge, depending where you're at. Arms extend out to a T. Maybe your gaze lift goes to the back of the mat. Draw hands to heart center. Begin to lower down, hooking your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Press your palms. If this is too much, you can lower your back knee down. Keep drawing your right hip back. Press your palms towards heart center. Maybe spin your gaze up. Inhale, release your hands down, coming back to center. And then crawl yourself all the way around to the back of your mat, coming to Skandasana, bending through your left knee, right toes, maybe point towards the ceiling. You can stay here. You can draw hands to heart center. Release your fingertips down, crawl yourself back on up to the front of your mat, plant your palms, step back to high plank, and send hips high. Down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, step it all the way through runner's lunge. Plant your right palm, inhale, left arm spins all the way up. Draw your right hip back. Think about stacking your shoulders on top of one another, opening through the chest slightly. Exhale, lower down. Getting really strong through your legs, ground down through your feet. Begin to press up onto your thigh for high crescent. Press your right heel back. Back leg is straight. And then press on up. Draw your tailbone down. Engage your core to protect your low back. Inhale, arms lift straight up. Stay for the exhale. Drawing hands to heart center. Begin to take a twist to your right. And this side is not my strong side. So one side will probably feel really different than the other. That's okay. Inhale, hands come back to heart center. Let your right elbow come to the outside of your left knee, taking the twist. Strong through your back leg. Keep drawing your right hip forward, left hip back. Maybe your gaze lifts, maybe it doesn't. And then come on back to center. Curl yourself around, Skandasana, back of the mat. Sorry, you're going to see the back of me here for a moment. Bending through your right knee, left toes lift high. You can draw palms to heart center. Exhale, release your fingertips down. Curl yourself back around, plant your palms. Make your way back to high plank and your choice to vinyasa. Inhale, lift your heart high. Exhale, hips go high. We're going to do that series one more time, one movement, one breath, and then we'll come on down to our mats. Inhale, right leg lift, step it all the way through. Left palm plants. Inhale, right fingertips to the sky. Exhale, lower your right hand down. Get strong through your thighs. Press on up. Inhale, arms lift, high crescent. Exhale, hands to heart center. Begin to twist to your right. Exhale, arms come out to the T. Inhale, hands to heart center. Lower down, taking the twist. Stay for the exhale. Fingertips lower. Crawl yourself around to the back of your mat. Skandasana. Come back through center. Palms plant. Make your way back to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, step it through. Runner's lunge. Plant your right palm. Take the twist. Left fingertips go to the sky. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come on up. Arms come overhead, high crescent. Exhale, hands to heart center. Begin to take your twist to the left. Arms extend out. Inhale, hands to heart center, hooking your elbow, taking the twist. Exhale, lower your fingertips down, crawl yourself around to the back of your mat, Skandasana. Inhale, crawl yourself forward, plant your palms, step back to high plank and take your vinyasa or skip. And hips go high. Take a nice sigh out the mouth. Come on down to your knees. We'll finish up with just a few rounds of stretches. And we'll take a very brief 1-minute Shavasana. So let's draw your legs wide, toes flex. Take a moment, let your fingertips come behind you. Lift your heart slightly, flex through both toes. And as you exhale, begin to crawl your fingertips forward, hinging from your hips any amount. Think about keeping a straight spine here, long neck, so chin slightly towards the chest. And breathe. This is one of my favorite poses. I feel like we don't do this pose enough. I probably do it a lot in my classes, but it's challenging, and yet it feels so good. Inhale, begin to press yourself back up. Grab for the inside of your thighs. Let your feet come together. Wrap your hands around your toes. Just do a little butterfly for a moment. And coming to a place of stillness, lift your heart on the inhale. Exhale, lower down any amount. You can use your elbows to add a little extra gentle pressure. Inhale, press up. Draw your knees together. Then begin to lower down onto your back. Draw your knees towards your chest. Give them a little squeeze. You rock side to side. And then let your feet come to the mat. Knees knock together, palms face the ceiling. Releasing the breath, allow your breath to return to natural. And you can extend your legs out for short Shavasana. Draw your shoulder blades under. Palms face the sky. Toes splay out to the side, taking up a little bit of space here. Just do a quick body scan. Notice how you're feeling right now from when you started your practice. Notice any sensations, where the energy is flowing. Allow your face to relax. So let your forehead release any wrinkles, tension. Let your jaw unhinge. Tongue rests easy in the mouth. Breathe into your pelvic bowl. Just notice when you send the breath there, how that tends to release a little bit of tension in your hips and low back. Maybe coming back to your intention, your thought of gratitude. Thanking yourself for showing up today. Knowing that you are practicing Asteya in this moment. Being present and kind to your body. As gently as possible, begin to make small movements. Bending through both knees, gently roll over onto one side and make your way up to seated. Coming to a cross-legged position, long, tall spine. Inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, allowing hands to come to heart center, bowing chin to chest. Let's end our practice today with the single sound of Om. Exhale, release all the air from your belly and body. Inhale deeply through the nose. It's with gratitude that I am practicing with you today. I thank you so much. Together we close our class by drawing our thumb knuckles to the third eye center, the space between your eyebrows. We bow and say namaste. Namaste. All right, thanks everyone so much. If you were able to join me live, that's awesome. If not, you can watch it later. I see Danae is watching, so that's awesome. Hey, Danae. Sorry if I missed. I can't see most of my notifications. My phone's so far away, but it's lovely for you all to join today, and stay tuned. I'm going to try and do these every week. I'm thinking this time might be perfect, so Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Just do a 20 to 30-minute flow. We'll probably have a couple minutes of meditation in there, but not a ton. So thank you, and namaste, everybody. See you soon.